it's impossible to understate how important it is to nourish and balance the biodiversity, the health of the bacterial environment inside our gut microbiome, because it literally impacts every system and cell of our body, and we've learned that. And it actually, that in the messages prior to the meeting starting, I just sent a message to everyone. How big is your vision about this? And can you imagine, as we begin to talk more and more about the era of the microbiome, that this will become the dominant subject in every conversation about health? This is exactly what we envision. This is what happened 25 years ago in the advent of the superfruit revolution. This is where the evolution of nutrition has taken us, where scientific research and evidence and human behavior and our embracing of plants throughout the world has brought us to an understanding that this second brain in our body is really the key to literally every aspect of our health. I put this slide in to just kind of make sure that you can see where our passion comes from. Goal of Life's passion is to increase the consumption of important plants in everyone's diet. And not only that, but to raise awareness of what can happen as we do increase the consumption of key plants, because that has a direct link to microbiome health. Let's go to the next slide, Diz. Now, I want to give you a very simple, logical way to follow where Goal of Life came from and how to introduce it to a new person. Remember last week we were talking about people who want to test our products and how we address them and deal with them and talk to them and help them understand the process of testing our products, and that the only way that you can really test our products is to understand what they are and why they are and where they came from. I want you to understand where we came from. Sean and Cody and I originally, and then one by one, each one of the other founders that joined our team, we blended our passion for plants. This passion actually for many of us started many, many years ago, but we can probably identify one specific point in time where we all came together, and that's when we all discovered the superfruit noni. This is when we were part of the building of a company that actually brought this superfruit into the world. That was in 1996. This created a passion, and this passion lives with us still today. And so when Cody and Sean and I began to think, what do we want to do in the marketplace, or what contribution do we want to make? Well, of course, we drew on our passion for plants, the miracles that we have seen with our own eyes, and the understanding that we have that there are many others in the world waiting to be discovered. And so we viewed ourselves as kind of modern day discoverers, or like we used to call ourselves like Indiana Jones of plants. We literally wanted to go throughout the world and look for those important plants, those undiscovered or even discovered plants that needed to be brought to people's attention. And so this began with a love and a passion for plants. Now, there's a geography involved. Now, this is very important that you understand, because we didn't just go out willy-nilly and start looking at plants, but through our research and through our discussions with each other, we created in our minds and in our business plan a geography consisting of 4 geographic areas, or geographic categories. The first one we thought would be our garden. It's natural that we would look, first of all, right under our nose at our home gardens, or family farms, where I've raised a garden all my life. My dad did, my grandpa did. the amount of care that goes into a simple family garden, and the richness of the produce, the vegetables and fruits that come from a family farm or a family garden. This is where we started our search and realized that there is such a wealth of important phytonutrients that come from every color of fruits and vegetables. This was the second big discovery that we made, was that color is not just for aesthetics. Color isn't just to make our life enjoyable and kind of fun for the eye, but actually the color in plants indicate key phytonutrients and phytonutrient categories. That the phytonutrients in yellow fruits are different than the phytonutrients in purple fruits. And there are a lot of people who still, just don't know this. And so we started with our garden. The next place logically for us would be remote areas of the world, because we were fascinated with the superfoods that were being discovered literally in every part of the world, in the remote islands, the mountains, the deserts, seashores, everywhere. And so, we became really involved and passionate about discovering these amazing superfoods and seeing how they can all fit into this new construct that we were building. The third place is kind of a unique deal. I remember the very first time that I went through a spice market in the Middle East. It was like a explosion, a sensory explosion. Spices and teas and herbs, the aromas and the textures, the colors, and knowing that each one of these spices, each one of these herbs contain, again, not only aesthetics for taste, but they contain great benefits for the human body. And so we began our search and study of spices and herbs and teas that come from that kind of category. And finally, we've known for a long time that there's so much wisdom in ancient practitioners, and so we began to expose ourselves to food sources from ancient civilizations, ancient grains, ancient superfoods like olives. And so this kind of rounded out those 4 areas. So when you think of global organics, which is the beginning of Go Love Life, this is where we began our search, from our garden, from the remote areas of the world, from the spice markets throughout the world, and from the ancient civilizations, the ancient food sources. And so you can see this map. When you think of Go Love Life, our ingredients are literally globally sourced. And this just gives you a very kind of high level indication of the ingredients in Phytopower, Next Balance, and Next Detox. It's really quite amazing because we have looked for the very finest sources of these ingredients. We've consulted with our formulators and scientists and consultants and advisors who have told us, not only the best source for these, but how they can fit together and work together in formulations to have the greatest impact on the body. Next slide, Diz. It's important that you know that we have an ethos about us in Go Love Life. We wanted to make sure that every ingredient that we chose was purely organic and ethically sourced. We wanted to make sure that our products would be like you would have them. If you were putting together these recipes for these products in your own home and to feed to your family, you would only use the finest ingredients, the most organic and pure ingredients. And so we've gone to great lengths to find the most organic source, ethically sourced ingredients. Next slide. And to make sure that our products have the very best certification. So this is a matter of confidence and pride. So that this is something that you can make sure that when you introduce our products to a consumer, you don't have to be unconfident or lack confidence about the makeup of our products. We have gone to great lengths to make sure that they have received the stamp of approval in every category of formulation, so that you can be proud of them. Next slide is. Now, you know that we talk about 96 ingredients. Maybe some of you don't realize is we actually started with 400 options. We looked at over 400 different plant sources, and one by one kind of inspected them and looked at them, the value, particularly in the microbiome, in nourishing the microbiome, their complementary and synergistic nature with each other, how they would work together, all of the ways that would create the finest finished product. And we ended up with 96 ingredients. So 96 is a very important number for us. It's the number of ingredients that make up Next Balance, Next Detox, and Phytopower. And when you think about it, we couldn't put 96 ingredients in one product. And so if you look at the ingredient labels of either one of these elements, Detox, Balance, or Phytopower, they are comprehensive all by themselves. When you put them together, the number 96 just shines. This is where they all come together. Our vision of a system that would include those plants that we became passionate about really took life. Next slide, Diz. Phytopower, as you know, is a powder. If you've gone to the trouble to try to compare Phytopower with other similar powdered products on the market, you know already that there isn't anything on the market like it, at any price, by the way. This is a comprehensive product that we stretched our formulators to the limit, because we wanted it to be a certain, we wanted to check certain boxes. Next slide. First of all, we wanted to make sure that this product included all 4 of the key color categories of fruits and vegetables, where the phytonutrients have their source. We wanted to choose the most phytonutrient dense fruits and vegetables in each color. And so you can just run through the next 2 or 3 slides, Diz, just to kind of show everybody. First of all, blue and purple. I just want to mention that each one of these colors have very specific phytonutrient components. And those phytonutrients have very specific physiological benefits in the body. And so when people say, oh, eat your greens, they're only getting 1/4 of the story. So we couldn't do just a green product. We had to have a product that had the entire color spectrum. And so if you look at the back panel of Phytopower, you'll see that at least 10 different ingredients in each one of these color categories are in Phytopower. And you can see at the bottom that we've kind of put a little statistic that might be helpful to you. I know this information is available in your back office information, but such a high percentage of the population fail to eat each one of these colors, and it's so critical. And in one product, we've included them all. Next slide, Diz. Let's go on to the digestive enzymes. We actually had a friend of Cody's who is a microbiologist at a local university. Cody and I were having lunch with him one day, and he said, this is the thing that you should be really shouting about in Phytopower, your digestive enzyme blend. We've included all 5 of the key digestive enzymes. Now, each one of these enzymes obviously are important for breaking down different nutritional matter. And so it's not good enough to have 1 or 2 or 3. We had to have the full component. And in order for food to be broken down and to be metabolized and used by the body, and particularly in concert with a properly balanced microbiome, the digestive enzyme blend is absolutely essential. That is in the phytopower. Next slide. The next blend in phytopower is our probiotic. This is the bacterial population complex. We use the standard, the highest standard sources of probiotics. And there are 8 different versions of lactobacillus and bifidobacterium. These are the gold standard. They are live colony forming units that immediately begin to repopulate the bacteria, the good bacteria in your microbiome. And so this is our repopulation blend. Next slide. And then finally, the one that we were absolutely insistent on with phytopower was the prebiotic blend. Prebiotic is the fertilizer, the food for probiotics. You can't have one without the other. And in fact, if you have the right prebiotic blend, it will feed naturally the good bacteria. And so our prebiotic blend was carefully selected to do just that. And so think about phytopower with all 4 colors, the phytonutrient dense colors, the enzyme blend, the probiotic blend, and the prebiotic blend. 1 scoop in 8 ounces of water once a day. You are changing the chemistry of your body. You are doing so much good. And if you think of, comparing that to any other product, it's just, there just isn't a comparison. So Next Balance, Next Detox are really formulated like a brother and sister product. They're formulated with a couple of really key ingredients. Our red light fermented noni is a key ingredient in both, and our fermented turmeric is a key component in both. But then each one of these has been, utilizes additional globally sourced ingredients balanced to help, just balance the biodiversity. And when you think about the microbiome, it has trillions of bacterial cells. There has to be a diversity in that microbiome, and balance is designed to enhance the diversity of the friendly bacteria in the microbiome. And detox naturally, next slide detox naturally is designed to help the natural detoxification process that's going on through your entire body every single day. I've heard some people say they go on a 3-day detox or a 5-day detox. Our bodies are actually on a 365-day detox. We are detoxing every minute of every day, and it's critical that function that goes on unimpeded. Detox is our product that is designed to do just that. And so we kind of taking you through this, the logical, chronological progress of where Sean and Cody and I were eating, tuna sandwiches at a sandwich shop and dreaming about what we wanted to do, to our passion for plants, to becoming kind of the global plant geographers, and then marrying our love for plants with our newly discovered passion for microbiome health. As a matter of fact, if you think about it, it's like the two came together. Our love of plants and our passion for microbiome health came together in some kind of a marriage and created Go Love Life. Next slide that's what's represented in the Daily 3 system. That's why we say you can't break these up. Each one of them are complementary. We designed our company around one pack that includes 1 detox, 1 balance, and 1 phytopower. They are extremely easy to take. They just work perfectly together. You should look at them as one product. We've actually designed our compensation plan, packs and legs, so that the Daily 3 system is literally the foundational building block of our company. Next slide, Diz. Now I want to just end on this. We've talked about this before. Just go ahead and let the animation go, Diz. The era of the superfruit began in 1996. This was an era of discovery, plant discovery that captured all of our hearts and our imaginations. And it built many, many companies, and it's benefited millions and millions of people. The superfruit opportunity began to peak in about the 2009, 2010, and it's been in decline. Not the science of superfruit, but the opportunity. Simply because the idea of superfruits have become more generic and ordinary, and just the nature of product life cycles. But what has happened is that the evolution of these superfruit discoveries has put more and more emphasis on plants. And so this is actually, and that's what spurred John and Cody and I to begin our quest to begin this company. And if you want to look at this last slide, this is kind of where our vision is. The era of the microbiome is just beginning in 2022. It wouldn't have been possible without the era of the superfruit. And so what each one of us were involved with the superfruit world, whether you think about noni or acai or pomegranate or any of those other superfruits, that has prepared us for the information that we have now, how that is impacting the health of our microbiome, and how that really is the nutritional story of the next generation. We are just starting the era of the microbiome. You should use this in your business building language. Help people see that we are at the very beginning of a wave of new nutritional information centered on the microbiome. That this will actually change the way all of us look at health, and it will dominate. It'll dominate weight loss. It will dominate mental health. It will dominate skeletal health, inflammation, blood sugar, diabetes, circulatory. Every aspect of health will be dominated by gut microbiome health. So we are in exactly the right place at the right time. I hope that this has been helpful to you so that you can see where our roots are, where we began, and how we ended up where we are today. It's been a very natural, organic, and wonderful process that has brought us to this amazing message that we have. So thank you very much, you guys. It's been great to be with you today.